Hello, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Stacy and Carrie. Let everybody log on. Please tell me somebody's doing something amazing in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. I promise I was wearing green a little while ago, and not anymore. It's not my color, but I love it. Hello, hello. Hi, Patty and Tina. Hi. I have been looking forward to this moment all week long. I always get so excited about coming out and talking all things Bellamy. So I'm going to just give it a couple of seconds here, maybe a minute to let everybody log on. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, so I have the pleasure and privilege today of meeting all of you. If I have not met you yet, I'm Melissa Thompson. I'm the very proud founder and CEO of our baby brand, BELLAME. And I just want to thank you for tuning in, whether you're just listening to find out what the heck BELLAME is all about. Maybe you've heard our name around the last couple of years, or perhaps you're one of our beautiful customers or partners and you just want to connect. I'm thrilled you're here. I love, like I said, talking all things BELLAME. And today, you know, what I get to do is we've had so many of our brilliant partners share with you their hearts and their souls all about why they call BELLAME home. Well, today I get to share how BELLAME became their home and how this baby brand kind of came to be, and just a little bit about who we are and what this business is all about. So if you are, first of all, I want to hear where everybody's tuning in from. So if you can drop your state in the comments, and I am excited to see if we've covered the whole country. We'll have lots of people doing playback, and I'm excited to hear your comments as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. This call, if you've never met me, this is going to be interesting because I'm going to try to keep this to 25 minutes. If you know me, you can comment below. I will, you know me, you know, I put my heart and soul into it. So I respect the fact that you took a few minutes out of your day to just tune in and let me share a little bit about BELLAME. So I have been fortunate enough to be in social selling for, since I was a baby, since my baby was a baby. And my daughter is now, she's gonna be 26, wow, in May. And I started when she was tiny, just born. And without going into too much detail, I worked a corporate job, I did accounting, and had no clue how my life would change when I had a baby. Fast forward a little, I tried different things to stay home and such, and by chance, and that's a whole story in itself, I found Avon products, and that was an amazing kind of entry for me into social selling back in the day. And really, I knew nothing about that kind of stuff. But if I really go back, like everything in your life starts somewhere, right? There's always some kind of plan laid out. At least I know that's the case for me. And back, I'm going to total sidetrack, but it's a good story. So by the way, if you're new to social selling or if you've never been involved with anything like that, really, we are just a beauty company. I'm going to get into all the products and everything else that sell our products through beautiful, amazing entrepreneurs who've decided that they want their own business, whether it's small, big, people come for different reasons, but that really is what social selling is all about. It's a pretty exciting industry that I've been lucky enough to be in for over, gosh, almost a quarter of a century. Wow. So good thing I love my skincare. But, you know, I should have known back in the day, my very first boyfriend in 4th grade, his mom, she sold Mary Kay. And my very first gift from a boy was a lip gloss. It was written in the stars, what can I say? So fast forward, I'm a new mom. I tried all kinds of different things. And then I had an advertising company. Very long story short, I ended up having somebody who wanted to get Avon, and I didn't know anybody in the area who sold Avon. I'm in Texas now, was from Texas, but living in California at the time. And I said, let me put, I had this advertising means, and I said, I will sign up for an Avon account. You can buy your products. I can test my advertising. True story, very cool story, actually. And lo and behold, the business took off. And here I'm trying to run this advertising business. And I tried for a little bit. And finally, I gotta say, I fell in love with social selling at that moment. Here's why. Product's one thing, but I fell in love with the people of the business. I fell in love with the culture of really, in a true good social selling company, you cannot win unless you help others win. And for me, that was everything. I learned the culture. And although I was only selling for like wee bit, like I actually sold for, I think it was 7 weeks. And Avon at that time, it's no longer the same Avon, but Avon hired me for a corporate position. And I fell in love, like seriously fell in love. I've been in the industry since that point on. I've worked with amazing brands from Avon products, back the original Avon, to LaBelle Paris, part of Bell Corp, incredible, and Shackley Wellness and Vitamins. I had the privilege of working with the team at Stella and Dot and that incredible company, and Everbrand. So, I mean, I've kind of been around the block, so to speak. And a very long time ago, it feels like, which really wasn't that long ago, we, BELLAME, for example, everywhere I went, I always had this kind of, I've always called it a whisper in my heart. I knew I was in love with social selling. I knew I loved what it did for other people. I was on the corporate side for so long, and I really get to watch people's lives transform. And I worked with the best of the best corporations, but there was something gnawing at me, something that I could feel and almost hear just a little. That's why I call it a whisper placed on my heart. And it really was something that I was passionate about. So every company I would go to, love, love, love. It was amazing. Been at all of them, I feel like, and there was just something missing for me. And what I felt the industry could be and should be, and kind of how I grew up and what I learned about it. And, from different things to really loving everything about the people and the culture, to wanting a product line that truly was worthy of somebody putting their own self behind as a partner to represent and sell, to the experience for our customers. And then of course, comes down to putting milk on the table for so many people. And that was always my goal. When we were building this, well, I'm gonna jump ahead, so I'll kind of go back. And then I'll look for questions, I promise. I had worked with all these beautiful brands, and Scott, my husband, my partner in business and in life, our partners know him very well. He has a big company he runs on his own, but his heart is also part of this brand, which is amazing. But going back to, I was kind of wanting to do something my way, and it's kind of who I am. I know that. And he said to me, honey, and that really is the way he talks to me. If you join this brand, you'll meet him and see. But he said, you're always, you're like Goldilocks, right? You've sat at every single different company, these amazing companies, but it's just something's not right for you. And he was right. See, he heard a whisper in my heart that I kind of had let fade, right? I had this passion and for wanting to do something that had never been done, but all while honoring all the beautiful parts of an industry that I grew up on. And it was quite a moment. So he said that a couple of times before, but the one time where it really resonated is we were in Napa, and yes, I love my vino. We were in Napa with my mom and my stepdad, and we were having dinner and over a bottle of wine. And he said that again, and all of a sudden, I was just like, I would do this, I would do that. And he said, social selling's in your blood. It's who you are. And he didn't call it a whisper in my heart because he doesn't talk like that, but he just kept saying that. And, him being an entrepreneur and running his own tech marketing business for so long, he's like, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep why not? Let's just start our own company. I thought it was insane. Okay. Has anybody ever thrown out like one of those crazy giant goals to you and you're like, no, you're crazy. So I took another little sip of wine, maybe a swig at that point, and we started just imagining, just playing with the idea. And all of a sudden, my mom is like, well, what kind of company would you start? And what kind of products? Beauty, of course. And, well, this year I turned 50. And for me, everything about skincare, like I wish I would have known what I know now back in my 20s. I didn't take skincare seriously until probably about 32. And I wish I would have started earlier, but that's a different story when we get to products. So I was like, well, beauty, of course. And so we started talking about possible names. I thought we were joking. I thought we were having fun, right? So I'm like, sure, let's dream. And I said, well, I would have a beauty company and it would be European. And she goes, well, what do you mean? And I just basically, I love all things beauty. And I've had the privilege of buying beauty products in Europe. And I always know that they're made differently. There's different things about them. They're held to different rules and regulations. And that was important to me. But I also love luxe beauty. Now, I got to tell you, before I met Scott, I was a single mom, 3 kids. Luxe beauty wasn't in my mind frame, right? So as I'm older and I just understand what it means as a mom, as a woman, as a person to give yourself a little bit of pampering, luxe beauty is far more than just a product. It's the look, the feel, the scent, the experience of your beauty routine. So whatever that is to you. Okay, try not to get in my way here. And we just started talking. So it's a European. So my mom said, what about Bella? And I go, that's nice, but it doesn't like really make you feel what the brand is. And it's what I've learned about this industry and especially about beauty is it's how it makes you feel from the inside out, right? And with that, it really was all about in social selling, you are able to build businesses, whether you are growing customers and you are servicing your customers or you're building a team or whatever you love, you're able then to help people feel beautiful and put confidence in them. So kid you not, this is happening at this table in Napa when I still think we're joking. All of a sudden my mom said, BELLAME. And the whole table, it was like one of those moments that I will remember for the rest of my life. It will be in my playback of the history of my life when I'm dead and gone, okay? But truthfully, it was just a moment and we all kind of stopped. Now I was still working a corporate job at that time. And all of a sudden that whisper, it like stirred something up. And I always say Scott kind of rallied that whisper into a roar because the next day, we're walking downtown Napa. He does internet marketing. He knew BELLAME was owned by some domain in a different country that wasn't being used. He contacted them, spent the whole weekend making sure that he could buy and transfer that. And he said, we're doing it. Like, it was just like that. It was one of those moments like, wait, we're doing what? I've been on the other side of corporate and understanding how hard it is to build a business. And I'm thinking, wait, I'm not a chemist. And like he said, but the best chemist. I don't know certain things, sure, but you know how to find them. So he always had a reason for why we could get this done. And BELLAME at that point was just a thought. He said, honey, go blog about beauty, about motherhood, about entrepreneurship, anything, just what you love. And like-minded people will be attracted to that. So we built a social following and blog following of over 100,000 people before anybody ever knew we were launching a product. Now, what's very cool about this, number one, we're the first in social selling history to have ever been created by a tribe that doesn't know that's happening. And here's what happened. Very old school. You can actually go back on this Facebook page to the very beginning of time and see my old blogs with the total stock photos. And, before we had any kind of branding, it's actually kind of cute. But maybe not so cute then, but hey, people came. And we ended up really just talking beauty and brands. And so I would do these surveys and I would send out, we have a $25 Starbucks that we'll reward to somebody who fills out this survey. And it wasn't for everybody. I couldn't afford that. It was really like, I would pick somebody out of all the people who responded. We asked people what they wanted out of their beauty routines, their personal care routines. We asked people what they wanted out of their compensation plan for earnings, if they had ever been in social selling. If it was just really customer focused, we were asking about their skincare and makeup and all that stuff. We asked people who had been in social selling whether they loved their brand or whatever. We just wanted to know what they loved most about it. And if they had left a brand, why did they leave? I mean, it became one of those things that I kind of feel like I got to cheat a little, but truthfully, it became the blueprint for everything that this brand would be, from the people, the products, and the opportunity to put milk on the table. And we built it from there. Our product line became what people wanted. Our opportunity and compensation plan became the best of what everybody loved about theirs, without all the stuff they didn't love about theirs. From their fast start or quick start, whatever you want to call it, different companies call it different everything. But then it kind of took a life on of its own. We did a soft launch, and true story, our site didn't work. We were working with 99 point whatever percent of the companies in social selling use a third-party platform because it's very confusing and it's very, very detailed. I mean, you have to have not just power a site, you have to power individual partner sites, what they call replicated sites, we call boutiques, and they have to figure out compensation structures and dashboards. I mean, there's, of course, the biggest companies out there use third-party sites. I mean, I've worked with many companies who did, and very few don't. So we tried, and we didn't do our full launch because it was a mess. We tried a couple of companies. So one day there was that, honey, remember over here, I own a tech company. So Scott gave me the best present ever, better than diamonds, better than pearls. He gave me my own tech team. And then he said, figure it out. So we did. And while we were trying to sell without dashboards and all this stuff or reports, our partners didn't have anything but a shopping cart, really. We were having to manually calculate commissions in the background. That's a whole different story that I won't bore you with. That's for another time. It's a great story too. But we built our own. So we're one of the few companies in the industry that actually has their own platform, not just the front page, everything else, the entire thing. That means as a baby brand, we're able to do things that we could have never survived. You see, when we started, yes, I know a lot about social selling, having been in the industry for so long, but we reached out to experts in the industry to help us build the comp plan, to help us do projections. And he's literally in the Hall of Fame of direct selling, said, Melissa, you're going to launch August 1st, your official launch. So this was 2018. You two will be really doing well if you have 500 partners by the end of the year. So I thought I was pretty cool, and I ordered 1,000 starter kits and thought, well, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I don't have to sell them on eBay. That was my biggest fear. Again, another story. I told you I can talk forever. So then basically it became electric, and it seemed like the brand became contagious. We had partners joining, and it was pretty cool because they helped us build the culture. Things from naming products to deciding incentives to everything. Our partners are the core of what we do. But before we even got there, remember, we're supposed to have 500 partners by the end of the year. Well, we sold out a product twice, but in that first year, we sold out completely. We launched August 1st. We sold out of products completely after Thanksgiving. We had no products till February of 2019. But you see, in those short amount of months from August through to December, we didn't have 500. We ended up with 7,000 1,500 partners in this baby brand. It was insane. And, since then we keep breaking records. We were looking at things yesterday. In the last 20 months, we have had 26 launches of new products. It's a little insane. And we're going to eventually slow that down, but we have many more coming, like even next week, hint, 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 hint. But it is really just something that's been fabulous. So I'm going to try and pepper some more things in there, but I do have a couple of things I want to share. I'm going to look for comments. I'm hoping that my leaders are on answering questions if you have questions, or if you have questions, make sure you're responding to the person on here. I could go on and on, but what I really just want to touch upon before our time together is over are really the three main things of this brand, which is the people, the products, and putting milk on the table. For me, culture is everything. Our leaders and our partners are everything about this brand. They help us make the decisions. 1 hour ago, I was on a call with them on a chat just like this, and they helped me figure out when we're going to launch our toner, like to the day, and who it's launching to. Because I can't do this by myself all the time. I've been in the industry so long. People are always asking me, Melissa, how'd you build BELLAME like this? We've been in industry articles, everything else. And the truth is, I cannot take credit. I can't. It's the culture, it's the people that are attracted to this brand that continue to just infuse it with love and energy, and just, it's everything I always dreamed a brand could be. Many times when it comes to the product, when you think about the product, people will ask me, well, what makes you different than so-and-so in social selling? And my answer is always standard. We don't compare ourselves to anybody, period. When it comes to social selling, when it comes to beauty, we don't compare. We do our thing. And our thing is our culture, our people, and putting milk on the table. And when it comes to our beauty products, they are luxe, they are pampering. Like, if there are partners on here right now, you can let us know, has washing your face become a whole new thing? Like, it's something you look forward to. Every product that we put out isn't only packed with active, beautiful ingredients. The packaging itself is worthy of the ingredients that are inside. The experience, the sense, that it just hits all your sensory, everything on beautiful overload. But we started with 4 products. When we were at 7,500 partners by the end of 2018, we only had 4 products that we were selling, and they were all sold out. Now, as I mentioned, we've had 26 launches, from foundations to concealers to some of our very favorites, like our Baobab facial oil. This is my personal, that's why it's down. Everybody's asking about this charcoal toner that's going to be out soon. Our polish that just launched with coconut and bamboo enzymes. I mean, amazing. To our lip stains, wearing vintage, my favorite, that are about to launch next week. So yes, that's a little bit of beans. I love spilling the beans. But my point is, every single product that we launch has substance. It's beautiful, it's luxe, it's incredible. And we offer a 45-day money-back guarantee. So if somebody doesn't like something, that's fine, because you know what? Our partners do not have to carry inventory. So we don't make them take it back. We ship everything for them. We have a beauty passport. When it comes to products, it really is about how do you really pamper your customers? And by pampering, I mean not only beautiful products that pamper, but also customer service that does as well. We have just an incredible, not only 45-day money-back guarantee, but our customers can put something on an auto replenishment without any strings attached, meaning they can get a beauty passport for free by placing any product, doesn't even matter the cost, on auto replenishment. They immediately start getting 10% back. And yet they could cancel the next day with no strings attached, not call anybody. They simply log into their account and delete. We truly find that making it super easy to do business with us is a game changer. And pleasing and pampering our customers only helps our partners. continue to put more milk on the table for them and their family. So last but not least is that putting milk on the table. Our compensation plan, it's unmatched. It is beautiful. It is, I always say we don't compare ourselves to anything we don't. This is a whole, my very good friend and mentor, John Fleming, who's a hero in social selling, just came out with his gig economy book. And it's just a different day and age right now, right? I mean, back in the day when social selling started, so many companies got a bad rap. And, maybe they did wrong things, this and that. But I'm here to tell you, the majority of them are good guys. And there are some amazing, amazing companies out there. I feel very proud to lock arms with an incredible industry. There are so many companies out there that are doing amazing things, especially in a time like a pandemic where so many people have been out of work. We're so proud that we've been able to put so much milk on the table and power bonuses that way. When we're talking about gig economy, think of things like Uber, DoorDash, people getting just jobs where they can clock in when they feel like it and work when they want. Of course, just like any of those, the more they work, the more they do, they're going to have more in their paycheck, right? With social selling, it works a little differently. But not too different. It's how much you work it. Some people join because they really just love the products and want to share the products and earn a little spending money. For some, hey, they need $200, $300 a month to pay an electric bill or soccer, or baseball things. Who knows? Ballet classes. There's so many different reasons. And some people are here because they want to make serious money. The beauty of our compensation plan is people can earn in whatever way they want. We don't push sponsoring. We don't push any of that. Sure, we love people joining the tribe, but our partners can sell and make good income just selling the products, or they can piece it together and do whatever they love. That is what this brand is. It's about you bringing your personality to us and us all growing together. It truly is a beautiful thing. So I'm going to leave you with this. And one of the things, if you haven't yet joined or locked arms with this baby brand, I encourage you to try the product. You will not be disappointed. It is amazing. And you've got nothing to lose because you have your 45-day money back guarantee. Most of our line is infused with baobab oil. All the ingredients that we have are just truly amazing. It's minus all the harsh chemicals, but leaving in all the good active things, right? So it's an incredible line. There are so many different things to choose from. If you are looking for an opportunity, whether it's just you're ready to start something new, you need to put milk on the table, or you really want to build for college funds, or whatever your reason, I invite you to take a look at us. We are super easy to start a business with. Right now, our digital starter kit that's normally $49 is only $19.19. And that's a whole different story, which I'll save for another time. Our brand is full of stories already, beautiful stories. But $19.19, it's only through March 19th, through midnight, and you can take advantage of this digital kit or build your own. So once you purchase a digital kit, let me turn off my ringer there. You will be able to build the kit of your dreams. You can decide whatever you want. There's no kind of make you do this, make you do that, right? You create what you want, or you can start with just the digital kit. But the most beautiful thing about our opportunity, besides the compensation plan, and of course the people and the products, is the fact that we don't charge fees. You don't get an annual fee. You don't get charged to use your own boutique website. All of that is included in your $19.19. And there are no qualifiers for the first year, meaning you don't have to do anything. And we never require our partners to carry product or buy personal product ever. So I encourage you to give us a look, talk to the person who referred you. And we have a lot of exciting things coming up starting this year. We're ready to travel. We're ready to hug each other and see each other again. And I invite you to join us. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I kept it to 34 minutes. I must get an award for that, right? Have a beautiful day and happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Enjoy your day.